Hello, everybody. Okay, so where I left off at, I was talking about um, Adam going out and plowing the earth. I'm sorry I got so excited about that part. I just recently learned that that was actually written in the Bible, and so I guess I'm still a little more excited about it than I realized. Because what I should have talked about is um, in the Bible it talks about the original sin, but it doesn't go into detail about how Adam and Eve continued to sin. And like I said, it states that Adam went out and plowed the earth, and how that was a sin. Well, Adam got the idea to plow the ground from a fallen angel. Remember how I was saying there's a coinciding fallen angel or a coinciding entity for all the disciplines or subjects or different sciences, whatever you want to call those categories. For each category, there's a coinciding entity that goes with that. So, and I guess I can enter this right here. They said that every religion that is out there holds some type of truth. And if you think about it, the Greek gods, okay, the Greek gods are the children of the fallen angels. And remember how each one of them was like, of the sea, or like each one of them had like a, this one is for, I can't even think of like what they represented offhand, but like, Zeus was, I think he was from the sea or the ocean, and I can't remember what Medusa was, but like Isis is supposed to be like, I think, death or new beginnings or something like that, which is death. Anyway, there's the different, there it is. A lot of the tribes that were here in America, a lot of their spiritual beliefs believed that there was the father of the wind, the father of the rain, the Mother Earth. There was spirits that went with different topics. And even in the Catholic religion, the saints, each saint coincided with something. Like, they would tell you, like if a woman's trying to get pregnant, they would tell her, pray to, I think it was St. Francis, I could be wrong about that, but you would pray to a certain saint to get help. If you were having financial problems, you pray to this saint. If you were sick, you would pray to this saint. Even in the Catholic religion, they do that. But they told me that every religion is based on some type of truth. But there's still the only God is the Jesus. Jesus is, you know, Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit. All the rest of them are praying to a false god, either a made-up god or they're praying to a evil entity. So, back in the beginning, I'm sitting here in front of this heater trying to stay warm, but now my hip's hurting me. I'm gonna have to move y'all around. I don't want to have to start this video over, so please excuse me while I move around a bit. I should have known better than to sit down here like this. I sat down on the floor in front of the heater because it's cold out here. Okay, so in the very, very beginning, they knew, the evil entities knew that their only option was to take the creation, which is this world. This world being analog was a problem, and we were the authority here. God made us, his children, the authority on this earth. And so that was two problems that they had. So they had to find a way to manipulate the humans to basically delegate the authority to the evil entities. They had to somehow trick the humans into giving up our authority and giving it to them. So they started doing this. With the end goal being that they would keep some of the humans to be their slaves, but then kill all the rest of them. Have a very, very small amount just to be servants, and all the rest would be killed. So, from the very beginning, they started working on this plan. Now, here's where I'm having trouble trying to figure out how to tell this, because there's still more information, like little bits of knowledge that we've not, or I've never been told. Like the body being a two-seater. I have never heard that. I've always heard to invite the Holy Spirit in, but I've never heard about it, being described like that. It never even crossed my mind. There's a whole lot of little things like that I've got to figure out how to tell you about those, but also tell you what happened. And it's so layered. So in the very beginning, they came up with a plan, an idea of how to go about accomplishing this, how to manipulate the humans to get us to hand over our power to them to get this earth. And so, what could they do? Because God provided everything, right? Everything that we should want or need, God provided for us. So, they had to, what did the fallen angel tell Eve in the garden? That you would become like God. If you eat of this tree of knowledge of good and evil, you will become like God. So that was the enticement, and that was just the beginning. So like telling Adam to plow the earth. Okay? The fallen angels have a lot of knowledge. They know the science. Okay? They know the science. They have the understanding. They know how this world functions. They know the science of this world. But they're not God. Only God can create. All they can do is manipulate what is already here. So, for example, in the very beginning, they told Adam something, probably told him, you'll have better food if you plow the ground. Okay? So what's Adam do? He goes out and he plows the ground. Well, you know, that's backbreaking work. So then that opens the door up to then say, now this isn't in the Bible, but this is an example of how it started in the very beginning. First, Adam is plowing the ground to get better food. It's not going to be better food. Nothing's better than what God gave you, than what God created. We cannot improve on God's creation. Can't do it. It's the best. Okay, so now Adam's plowing the ground to get better food, right? Well, that's backbreaking work. Well, if you do something else for me, this is the devil. This is evil talking to Adam. If you do this for me, I'll give you more information. I'll teach you how to build a machine, a tiller that'll till the ground for you, a machine to make it easier for you. So Adam does whatever the devil asks. I say devil, Lucifer, whichever. There was one that knew about agriculture. There's one that knew about machines. There's one that knew about weapons. Actually, it knew about metal. How to use metal. How to use metal to make tools or toys or different things. So, being evil, he used it to make weapons. So anyway, in the beginning, it was small little things. But it was you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You do this for me, and I'll give you the knowledge to how to do this, okay? So then, as time goes on, there's more and more people, right? So then, evil came up with the idea of money, okay? Now think about it. Think about it. I have a video talking about money. That's my first video to Cap Chatfield. Please go back and watch that. God did not want us to have money. Okay? That is the root of all evil. And people will argue the love of money. I talk about all that in that other video. So please go watch that one. I'm not trying to get views. I'm just trying to keep this one shorter. So, God did not want us to have money. And here's why. Here's why it's the root of all evil. Evil created money. And because he created money, now there is a way to entice the humans. Okay? You can get more money. You can be rich. I'll give you more money if you do this for me. That's the simplest thing in the world to do. You have to have money to buy this stuff. You have to have money. Adam's over there growing food. I'll give you money, and you can go over and buy food from Adam. And then as time went on, it became evil invented fashion and like jewelry and fashion and dividing people by money. Money was able to divide people. Now evil has something to bargain with the humans with. Okay? Before he had to make up things. to bargain with the humans with, because everything that they needed was provided. Adam and Eve would want for nothing. If we were in the Garden of Eden, we are in the Garden of Eden. If this earth was not sick, we would want for nothing. If evil was gone from this world, we would want for nothing. If money did not exist, we would want for nothing. We would do what we want to do and share that with our brothers and sisters, and we would have everything. Now, there wouldn't be name brand clothes. There would be no such thing as that. There would be no such thing as fashion. We would wear what was comfortable, what we enjoyed looking at, but there would be no labels and this is more valuable than that. No. That shirt keeps you warm. That shirt's more valuable in the areas where it's cold. Summertime, this clothes keep you cool. It's more valuable. But value and money is different. The value is intrinsic. Intrinsic value. It has its value within itself, with what it does. Okay? Not I don't even know name brands. Like, you're probably gonna laugh. The only name brand clothes I can think of at the moment is Tommy Hilfiger. Because I'm not into fashion, I don't know the names. But just because a shirt has that name written on it doesn't make it more valuable. Clothes is to cover you up and to protect you from the environment and to give you modesty, privacy, decency. That's it. So having that name on it doesn't make it accomplish that need, doesn't fulfill those needs. It's just we're told that this is better because it has this name on it. It's not true. So, when evil created money, it opened up all of that. Okay? So, I'm trying to think of what else I should tell you right here. So, they started manipulating people. And they began... Okay, now this is in the very beginning, all right? This is back when they were front and center. They would make themselves really known, okay? There was certain ones who would turn from God, okay? Devil would tell them, he's making you empty promises about eternity, living in eternity with him, and started the lies about God. He doesn't care about you. Why? And by this time, people were getting sick and everything else. So the evil ones were telling the humans, God doesn't care about you. If he cared about you, this stuff wouldn't be happening. So they turned, but they made deals with the fallen angels, and it wasn't just themselves, it was their offspring as well. It was whole families, okay, whole family lines, all the way back to the very beginning. Like the now King of England, the Queen of England, that family, they're owned by the devil. They're owned by the fallen angels. The fallen angels own them. That's why they've got the power that they've got. Okay? They do the will of the fallen angels. They work to create what the fallen... They work for the fallen angels. Anything they need and want, they do it. And in return, they get power, money, today, fame, singers, actors, famous people, same thing. You sell your soul to the devil. It's not make-believe. It's true. It's real. You sell your soul to the devil. You do his work. There's a reason why all of them make the sign. I don't even want to make the sign. Make the devil sign with their hands. There's a reason why in their concerts it's always about a demon, a devil, something evil going on. There's a reason why. It's because that's them worshiping evil. Worship. That's something else we need to talk about. God is perfect. Okay? God is perfect in every way. In every way. Oh gosh, see, now I'm wanting to talk about the Bible. Okay. God is perfect. He's not egotistical. Okay? And we're always taught. What are we always taught? We're always taught. Oh, my drink's down here already. We're always taught. Worship God, worship God. They told me that God's not wanting you to worship Him. He's wanting you to celebrate with Him. Celebrate, not worship. They said He is so grand that you will fall on your knees. You will. But you fall on your knees out of, in awe, in appreciation, in gratitude, in love. That's why you fall on your knees when you see God. The devil wants worship. And a lot of people, I got sawdust in my Coke. A lot of people are going to be angry with me and argue with me over that. Hey, it wasn't my idea. It wasn't my thoughts. This is what I was told. So, when we go to services or go to church and we're singing and everything, that we're supposed to be celebrating with God. No different than like when I was younger, there was at one point in time there was a neighbor. We would all get together, sit down on the front porch, and somebody would be playing guitar and singing and carrying on. Just being together. Just enjoying life. And that's what God wants. He wants us to come to Sunday dinner, Saturday dinner, whatever. He wants us to come visit with Him and celebrate and have a good time. Same thing. And after this visit from them, I realized He is just like a father. I'm a mother. What God does and says and wants is not much different from what we want. Same thing. He wants His children to be happy and healthy. Okay, I'm getting off topic. So these families, and the reason evil made them pledge their families is because it made it stronger. It made their control and their power over those people stronger. Plus, he could build up those families. He could manipulate all the people. He could manipulate the money. And if he's got families, that's just more people. That's more people he's got direct control over. Okay? And he uses those families to do his bidding. I say his, their bidding. Not God's, the evil entities. When I say his, I'm thinking Lucifer, because he was the one in charge. But they have plans, they've got goals, and they play the long game, okay? They play the long con. They've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So, they planned on, and they've done it. Dumbing down the humans, make the humans stupid, make us stupid, make us dependent upon the system, okay? If we're dependent, just like that money, if we're dependent upon the system, then the system can control us. Tell us we can vote for somebody to be put in office, and we'll participate in that. We'll do that. We'll go vote for somebody and hand over our authority over and over and over again. Okay? So, now, people want to know why God doesn't do something about the evil. God has a plan, okay? It's a long con. God's having to play the long con too, to get the evil entities into a position, because God is a just God, okay? He's a just God, and he will not break. He will abide by what's good, period. So, he's been working on a solution. He's been working on a solution too. Just like the evil entities have been working on their solution of getting this earth. Okay. The evil entities, this is not their first go-round. Okay? They've worked it up. They'd get so close, and then God would knock them back down. We all know about the flood. Everybody talks about the great flood. Noah's Ark. Everybody talks about that one. But that wasn't the only one. Babylon. That was another time that God knocked knocked the whole creation down. The entire world. He knocked it down to a few people to stop or to hinder what the fallen angels were doing. Okay? Sodom and Gomorrah, that was another time. Sex, that's another thing. The evil entities have tainted sex. There is something very precious about, this is 28 minutes. There's something very precious about a man and woman coming together and making a child. There's something very spiritual, very precious about that act. And we have allowed evil to corrupt it to the point, it's like the most corrupt it's ever been. I wanted to talk about prayer. I wanted to get into prayer and the third eye. That's where I was going earlier when I was talking about the other religions, and I got off track. This video is not very good, and I should probably redo it. But I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm sorry I didn't get much information out. It's going to take me forever to get it loaded. We're at 30 minutes right now. Thanks everybody who's watching. And I will try to, matter of fact, I'm going to sit here and record. Well, no, because I've got to get busy. I'm going to upload this, and I'll try to get another one started. It's going to take me a day and a half to get this uploaded. But, thanks everybody for watching. God bless.